There's been quite a few times in my life that I haven't felt good enough, strong enough, or even smart enough especially. You know, you can make up a million excuses, but I mean, if you just trust in God, that's it. You've won then. Because if you trust in God, He'll bring you to more places than you could ever go alone. I lived around missionaries my whole life. And so obviously when you're around godly people, you kind of start picking stuff up. Seeing my family speak at churches and seeing people that I knew speak at churches. And so it's always been in my heart to be a pastor. But I would say it wasn't until 8th grade-ish, 7th or 8th grade, that I really kind of made that my plan. That's when I guess my faith came alive. I think 2015 is when I actually had found out that I had dyslexia. Speaking at stuff like FCA when I got in high school was something that I wanted to do. Speaking in front of people, just the troubles of reading in front of people, it gave me a new challenge. You know, I'd still stumble up and have issues, but it's been kind of a brag for me of, like, you know, someone with dyslexia is able to get up and read in front of people. When we came to Renovation, it was kind of like we instantly, I guess you could say, we got involved in the church. You know, everyone kind of took on their own roles as different volunteer positions. And for me, it wasn't till I think 6th grade that I actually started volunteering, and I did that in Reno City. And so when I started volunteering in Reno City, it sunk in that this is what I want to do. You know, I want to see people I know and love kind of come to Christ, and I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of that process. And I think that's one of those things where it's like we don't know when we're called to go into ministry and when God really wants us to go. And that's a big thing. And recently especially has been just a kind of a go moment for me, where you see God laying this path in front of you and you see his hand in your life kind of paving the way for you. And I'd say just all along looking back, it's been just one big go, one big yes from God of this is where I'm leading you, this is where I want you to go. The gym has become a place where I can go and I feel close to God. You know, often I'll try and bring my devotionals in with me, whether I read them before or after a workout, just so that way, you know, the gym, you're physically breaking yourself down to where you're weak at the end of it, and bringing kind of like my devotionals in with me to that, and bringing that to my mind is like breaking myself down mentally and spiritually as well, to grow not only physically stronger, but spiritually and mentally stronger. God has a plan for all of us, and if we trust in that plan, if we trust in the process that God's going to put us through, He's going to lead us in the right path, in the right direction. You know, the path isn't always, you don't always know what's next. You don't know what's right in front of you. But if you trust God and you kind of just turn it over to Him, you trust that He's going to take you to a place that's going to be good and going to be healthy, not only for you, but for the people around you. You know, wherever the Lord takes me, that's where I want to be.